CentralValleyTalk.com.
This is our new home right here at CentralValleyTalk.com. We're going to be here every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, and obviously J-Live Entertainment Radio has had 2 shows already in our books. Last week we had Ryan Beatty. The very first show we talked with Greg from the Juice Crew Morning Show, among others. But now we are here at CentralValleyTalk.com. It's a pleasure and a privilege to have you guys a part of this show, and I just can't wait for the future and all the exciting things that we're going to be talking about here at the Experience Live on J-Live Entertainment Radio, exclusively through CentralValleyTalk.com. So I want to thank everybody for joining us, and we got a lot of things planned for today's show. Ryan, one of the lead singers from the group, very popular group, Poor Man's Poison, will be calling in. They recently just won a national competition out in Texas with their band, and their band is doing some very, very big things, and can't wait to talk to Ryan from Poor Man's Poison. Also, the one and only Sydney Brazil from right here in Fresno, California, will be joining us. She recently was with us at our Roxy theater program that we did with Ryan Beatty out in Hollywood, and she's going to be talking to us about a lot of things that's coming up in her career, and I know she's got a lot of stuff planned coming up as well. So Sydney Brazil is with us, but I want to introduce the guy sitting right next to me, and he is a stable in the J-Live Entertainment Camp. He does all of our videos, which is whether it's for 559 Fights, whether it's for J-Live Entertainment's Next Big Thing Talent Show, whatever it is, Crunchy is there covering it. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you one of our guest co-hosts, because we've been having guest co-hosts the past 2 weeks. So our third week this week, it's not a girl, it's Crunchy. And he's our guest co-host. So how's it doing, Crunchy?
What's up, Joey? Joey, my man?
You doing all right, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
So, Crunchy, now, you got to understand, we've had 2 guest hosts, which have been females, okay? So this is going to be a competition for about 6 weeks, okay? And at the end of 6 weeks, we are going to announce who our official co-host will be. And that will be up to everybody watching J-Live Entertainment Radio and everybody out there, the fans and all the great stuff that are tuning in. Because one of the great things about J-Live Radio is I decided to do it at 10 a.m., because that's about the time where people are kind of getting ready for lunch. You know what I mean? So you're at work, you're kind of like, maybe dozing off a little bit. You can listen to J-Live Entertainment Radio or watch us on CentralValleyTalk.com and get ready for lunch. So, we don't want people being distracted during their lunchtime. But, Crunch, I got to tell you, this is going to be a tough competition, because I got to tell you, the 2 girls that were, in the participation prior to this, they were actually very good. So you gotta keep up with them.
All right.
Now,
We have our first message.
All right. Now, ladies can apply, ladies and gentlemen, because remember, Crunch is a gentleman.
Hey, I'm a man.
Ladies and gentlemen can apply to be the co-host by emailing jliveking@gmail.com. So you can email jliveking@gmail.com or tweet us at JLiveENT on Twitter, or also on Facebook /JLiveENT. So once again, if you are interested in being a part of this co-host contest, please email jliveking@gmail.com or find us on Facebook, JLiveENT, or Twitter at JLiveENT. So, Crunchy,
yes, sir.
Since this is your time in the spotlight as part of the co-host contest, tell us a little bit about yourself really quick.
Well, I'm 23 years old. I created a hobby into some sort of a business, you could say.
Okay.
And now I'm just doing photos and video editing and a little bit of everything, and that's why I'm here. Kind of.
Now, so Crunchy. So how old are you first of all? Once again,
23.
23.
I
So
just turned
23 years
23.
old. So you've been doing this thing for how long? You started young then, right?
Yeah, since high school, since I was 17. So it's been a while now.
And what happened for you? So, for example, did you start meeting people, and the next thing you got connections here, contacted there?
Yeah,
for
pretty
work?
much. Yeah. So I just take pictures of one of my friends or one of my family members, and then somebody like their friends or their cousins or something will recommend me, and it just goes back and back. Okay.
All right.
So,
well, Crunchy, I definitely want to thank you for being a part of this competition, and
thank you for having me
hopefully the fans will vote. and
Hopefully.
you will be one of our co-hosts. So we'll find out in just a few weeks in time when we pick our official co-host for J Live Entertainment Radio. Now, just so you know, we're going through a lot of transitions here. So I mean, you're going to see a lot of new things happening over the next few weeks. So first time here at CentralValleyTalkRadio.com. Obviously, the previous 2 weeks we were out in Hanford for at the Old Firehouse Restaurant and Lounge, broadcasting live from there. So we've gone through a lot of transitions just in these 3 weeks. So be prepared to start seeing a lot more new interactions. Check us out on Twitter, like I said, at JLiveENT, and also our official Facebook page, JLiveENT as well. So once again, our official website is jliveent.com, where you can find out all information about J Live Entertainment. But I had a great weekend this week. I don't know about you.
I had a pretty good weekend. The fights. You remember the fights?
559 Fights, which is an exclusive original production of J Live Entertainment Experience. We had that event this past Saturday out at the King's Fairgrounds in Hanford, and we actually had an 11-year-old fighter.
Man, I had fun just filming it, man.
11-year-old fighter. It's a junior division of the CAMO, which is the California Amateur Mixed Martial Arts Organization. A young kid by the name of Jace Lucal took on a 12-year-old competitor. And now you got to understand, folks, this isn't fighting in regards to how the amateurs or professionals do it, where they have gloves and they actually go at it to the face and all that in submissions. This was more of a protected environment for these young kids. They wore face gear, headgear. They had pads and stuff like that, so they were protected just like they would in any other sport. But I can tell you, it was one of the most exciting fights of the night. You can check out all the fight footage this week, because I know Crunchy's going to be working on it.
We're gonna go right after this. We're going to go back to the editing room.
Right after this, Crunchy's going to be working on it. But you can check out all the fight footage at 559fights.com. So that full fight of the 11-year-old kid from this past Saturday night will be posted at 559fights.com. The next time 559 Fights will actually be in the Central Valley will be on September the 15th at the Tulare County Fairgrounds in Tulare. So you definitely do not want to miss that. 559 Fights returns back to the Central Valley on September the 15th. But we had a great night of fights. And let me tell you, Crunch, immediately after the fights, I got into my car and I drove to L.A.
Oh, man.
So I drove to L.A. because that next day, I actually went from professional, legitimate MMA, mixed martial arts sports.
Oh, wow.
And the next day, I woke up, went to the Staples Center, and went to go watch the entertainment value that is the WWE, and checked out their big SummerSlam pay-per-view out at the Staples Center. Yeah, John Cena was in the house. I mean, it was a cool event. Don't get me wrong, I had a great time, and I've always been a WWE fan, but I mean not to a hardcore extent to where I'm going to buy the merchandise and I'm buying the belts. I don't do all of that. But I will say I admire the entertainment value that is the WWE. I admire the production value. I mean they had a huge stage. I mean everything was LED lighting.
Oh, I bet, man.
I mean, and just watching their crew, because a lot of things that you see live, you don't see when you order it on pay-per-view, because they're hiding all that stuff with camera angles and all that stuff.
That's
so
true.
when you're at the arena, you get to see these guys, I mean, their crew members show up. And I mean, they had a live performance by Kevin Rudolph.
Oh, wow.
And Kevin Rudolph, who's signed to Cash Money Records, he actually did a live performance for his new single that he has out. And let me tell you, they literally had about 10 minutes to set this up while a match was going on. And I saw about 30 or 40 guys. One guy, I mean, I'd say about 10 guys bringing in a drum kit, 20 guys bringing in another part of this. I mean, so quickly. And we're going to be heading to commercial right now, but I got to tell you, the professionalism and the entertainment value of the WWE was so awesome this past week. It really made my week. Had a great time out there in LA. We're going to be talking about more in just a little bit. J Live Entertainment Radio, The Experience Live with Joey Perez continues in just a bit.
America's Sub Shop has arrived in the Tower District. Blimpie's is the best place to get delicious sandwiches, salads, baked goods, and smoothies at reasonable prices. You won't believe the great value of Blimpie's $5 combo deals. The fresh baked bread and big bowl taste will bring you in, and the friendly service and great prices will keep you coming back. A Blimpie sandwich is great on your lunch break or as a healthy meal for the whole family. Try Blimpie's today, located directly across from the Tower Theater. We know you'll love it.
Welcome to Voice of the Valley. I am your host, Kathy Wilcox, And two of Kathy's favorite things are going to be featured on the show today. Number one is money. Number two, alcohol! My first guest.
Back and forth ever so gently.
I have to get up. I have to show you this dress because I think it was made for me. Doesn't this just scream Maryland? I'm dressed in my Christmas parade outing, as you can see. Reindeer.
Number one selling wine from Argentina.
Argentina.
Kathy Wilcox, Voice of the Valley. Wednesdays at 2 on Channel 43.
Hi, Bill Carmichael here, manager of Valley Gold Mine Fresno. I'd like to tell everybody that we've relocated to the Tower District at 1212 North Van Ness Avenue. If you have any broken or unwanted jewelry you'd like to get top dollar for, give us a call at 559-970-8660. Also, we're on the web at www.valleygoldminefresno.com. If you're the type that likes to entertain at home, we have some gold parties that we can tell you about. And also, if you have children in schools and they have trouble raising funds, we have a great fundraiser that works as well. Once again, my number is 559-970-8660. Thank you.
This segment is brought to you by David Parker from the law offices of Parker, Kern, Nard, and Wenzel.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live here at J-Live Entertainment Radio's The Experience with Joey Perez, and we are here for the very first time on CentralValleyTalk.com. This is going to be our new home every Tuesday for CentralValleyTalk.com. Now remember, you can actually instant message into the show by going to CentralValleyTalk.com. There's a tab next to our screen here that you could go to and actually instant message a question or any type of topic that you would like to talk about, once again, at CentralValleyTalk.com. So once again, I want to thank you all for joining us at J-Live Entertainment Radio. You can check out our official website at jlivent.com, or also tweet us at jlivent, or also Facebook jlivent. Now, I was talking about a little bit earlier before the commercial break about our co-host contest. One of our contestants is Crunchy. You can check him out at Twitter at Crunchy559. So before the break, I was talking about my weekend. I was talking about the experience that I had out in L.A. for the WWE's SummerSlam event. So then, Crunchy, basically after that, I came back to Fresno and got prepared for this show. And, you know, a lot of things have been happening here in the Valley, especially back to school.
Oh, back to school, yeah.
You got a lot of, parents getting their kids back to school. You got a lot of, students going back to school. And, I got to tell you, I remember my days going back to school. And, I mean, you always wanted to have the freshest gear.
Oh, man.
I do remember, going shopping with my mom and dad.
Thing, man.
And they would take me, you always want to make sure you have the new shoes. I maybe had
backpack.
I maybe had 2 outfits for the week. But for some reason, that first day, you wanted to have the freshest outfit. I don't know what it was and that they put in students' minds or how this world makes you think like that. But, I mean, you always wanted to have the freshest clothes, freshest everything.
Always.
And I just found out today, speaking of back to school and shopping that's going on, Nike is actually going to test a $300 shoe.
No way.
That'll actually be marketed through a LeBron James shoe. That is actually going to have their own electronics actually in the shoe, and I'm reading about it right now, but I can tell you that inside the shoe, it's going to be able to tell you not only how many miles you've walked throughout the day.
I don't believe that.
I mean, it's going to tell you how much you can jump, kind of like your speed limit or your average speed. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be crazy. They're going to be Nike's new LeBron X sneakers.
Wow.
Like I said, that could cost more than $300 when they hit the stores later this year. So now, if you're talking about back to school,
I could get 5 pair of shoes, man.
If you're talking about back to school, you got parents that are going to be buying these shoes for their kids, but also, I got to tell you that even the young, I have a daughter, and I've said this before on the show, 5-year-old daughter. I mean, you got girls right now that are wearing designer jeans to school. I mean,
man, it's crazy,
that never happened back in the day.
juicy, everything, man.
When you become a dad, you'll one day understand what it's all about. But
One day, Joey, one day.
I got to tell you, I mean, I cannot believe the spending that's going on for back to school. I mean, I would put my kids in their same regular clothes, but at the same time, then you look at it and you go, well, when you went to school, I mean, you always wanted to be fresh too,
That's
right,
true.
Crunch?
Yeah, all the time.
Now, going back to school, though, what was one of your favorite things about back to school?
My favorite thing was lunchtime, definitely,
Lunch, okay.
Yeah, so lunchtime and recess or break time, you could say. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and I like going home afterwards.
So what were maybe some of your best memories of high school?
High school, man. Well, I did learn how to do video editing and stuff like that when I was in my junior year. So that's definitely one of the times that I definitely admire, because without that course, I wouldn't be doing, video editing and the whole photography stuff, So I kind of...
Well, I can tell you that my back to school memories have got to be, just like I said, that first day, making that impression, but also just I love the atmosphere of school. I was always involved in like ASB and all the programs and stuff like that. And my school, I mean, they gave me a chance to, be the MC at the high school rallies. And, I was always given a lot of opportunities in high school, which I thank my high school for doing that. But one of the things that I got to say about school was that, I don't think I was ever told, the right steps to take in order to actually, maybe, get a full ride to college. I mean, I was always told, hey, pick your own schedule, do this, do whatever you want, and not to say that I didn't like that, but I wish I would have been a little bit more disciplined in the fact, like, no, Joey, you can't take, ASB store, running the store as a class, or you can't do, broadcast journalism as a class for 3 times out of the day, or,
Joey
know what I mean?
Does it all, man.
So,
you do it all, man.
I got to tell you, I really enjoyed my experience in high school. But shouts out to all the students and everybody that is back to school and enjoying their time, whether it's in high school, elementary, college, whatever it is that you're doing. And hopefully that you can get all that education that you need to advance in your own personal life. So once again, folks, thank you for joining us here at JLive Entertainment Radio. You can check out our official website, jliveent.com, Facebook, JLiveENT, or also Twitter, JLiveENT. And please, if you want to send us a message here on CentralValleyTalk.com, there is a small little tab here on the side of the screen that you could actually send a message in and start a topic with us. So just reading even more into entertainment news, we just found out that Nicki Minaj, the rapper/singer nowadays, is going to be maybe possibly one of the new hosts of American Idol.
No way, I don't believe you.
I thought
it was Britney Spears or something like that.
No,
right?
that's the X Factor.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
the X Factor
okay.
with Simon Cowell has Britney Spears and Demi Lovato, and that program should actually be starting within the next month here or so.
Okay.
But yeah, so Nicki Minaj is going to be possibly the new judge out at American Idol. Now, the problem that is happening here with American Idol is they're having an issue because Mariah Carey, who's already signed on, has not approved of Nicki Minaj becoming a judge. So I think there's a little tension going on there. And it could be because of the deal, because I think Mariah just found out that the leak just happened, that Nicki Minaj is actually going to be getting paid a little bit closer to Mariah's salary. I mean, we're talking millions of dollars here. I think Mariah is getting paid somewhat like $21.2 million just to be a judge and just to sit at the table. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Mariah Carey actually has the expertise that needs to be on that judge's table. I do not think that Nicki Minaj should be sitting in the same presence of Mariah Carey. What do you think? That's what I think.
Nicki has a big fan base, so everybody's gonna cheer her on. So
And speaking of American Idol, America's Got Talent, I just got a question from one of our instant messages. Do you know if America's Got Talent is on tonight? Well, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it is. Check out your local listings to find out if America's Got Talent is on tonight. But anyway, so American Idol going through some judging changes, and this is going to be a perfect segue because we do a talent show called The Next Big Thing, which was produced throughout the state of California. And our talent competition actually has had some contestants advance on to shows like American Idol or X Factor or Nashville Star and competitions like that.
That's true.
And our competition which is the Next Big Thing Talent Show, you could actually audition for our next program, which is going to be taking place at the Tulare County Fairgrounds in Tulare, California. And if you want to audition for the Next Big Thing Talent Show, you have to go to our website, jliveent.com, because the next audition is going to be August the 30th at the Tulare County Fairgrounds inside their Jockey Club. And open auditions. You've been to some of them.
I've been to most of
and
them, yeah.
we get contestants from all over, and I mean, it could be singers, it could be instrument players, it could be rappers, it could be dancers,
all ages,
whatever, and all ages, whatever type of talent that you have. One of the great things about our talent show is, we have had. The Next Big Thing Talent Show been given the opportunities that we've been giving to these local contestants. But one of our local contestants that is actually here with us today, and I'm actually going to interview her in just a little bit. Her name is Sydney Brazil, and has taken not only her experience through the talent show, but she's actually gone to auditions and stuff like that. Rudy Perez, who is a local musician from right here in the Valley, actually made the cut for the program The Voice.
No way.
And you know what's so funny is I've worked with Rudy for years. Wow. He actually played at some of our bigger events, and he's actually made the cut to be a part of the Voice program. Okay. But speaking of talent competitions, you don't want to miss the Next Big Thing Talent Show auditions.
Don't want to miss it.
August 30th. So if you have yet to perform on stage, if you have talent, if you've been in our competition before, come back, because this is your opportunity, August the 30th, to be a part of it at the Tulare County Fairgrounds. In just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, Sydney Brazil joins us here at J Live Entertainment Radio's The Experience Live. I can't wait to catch up with her, and also she's going to be performing live at the end of our program today. So Sydney Brazil coming up in just a few moments, and also don't forget Ryan from Poor Man's Poison is going to be calling in as they get ready for a big competition that they're going to be participating in. So in just a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, I have Sydney Brazil right here on The Experience Live with Joey Perez.
Mike Briggs Properties has a very special historic property for sale that can be used as a home or as a business. This classic California craftsman historical home is located in the Tower District, Fresno High area. The interior ambiance displays a heyday of craftsman aesthetics, substance, strength, symmetry, and casual grace. Elegantly appointed mahogany and oak structural elements integrate form and function in a harmonious flow from room to room in this two-story, 4,500-foot home. The property also includes a nearly 800-foot, two-bedroom apartment above the garage. This property is well suited for a professional office type of business or for a large family or combined living and workspace. The lot included with this property is park-sized, with plenty of room for expansion or as a parking lot big enough to support a commercial business. For more information on this property, call Mike Briggs Properties at 486-6758. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Welcome to Jothny's Porch.
We have been doing this for a year. My memory of the porch is that it's very much where women ruled. Mm-hmm. It was almost a throne.
You be going like that.
I'm circular. See, Southern folks are circular. What she said, preach. You want me to preach? Love sharing those things and those things that'll make you stronger and better and go for.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around. Hey. Turn me around, ain't gonna let nobody.
Okay, no more drama in my life. To myself, I said self, myself said yeah.
That was a good one.
That was good, girl. I'm good. Helping you become the best reflection of yourself. And what was that? The one God intended all along. We're gonna get there together, I promise you. Thank God for the post. Amen.
You can advertise your business, your product, or your event on Central Valley Talk, the Valley's only internet television station. Several of our programs are also picked up on Dish and cable networks. For the best advertising dollar, call Central Valley Talk at 579-1360. This segment is brought to you by Blimpies in the Tower District. For all of your lunch and dinner needs, go to Blimpie's in the Tower District.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live here at J-Live Entertainment Radio's The Experience. And I am Joey Perez, and right next to me is no longer our co-host contestant, Crunchy. Right next to me is local talent, Sydney Brazil. And Sydney Brazil was actually a contestant of the Next Big Thing talent show, our original production that we produce at J-Live Entertainment. And Sydney actually recently was the winner of our competition out of the King's Fair in Hanford. And Sydney actually was the kind of like you were the example of somebody who competed in the competition prior. You got third place out of the Big Fresno Fair, and then you were able to come back and win the next competition. So let's kind of talk about that a little bit, Sydney, just in regards to the Next Big Thing talent show. When you were at the Fresno Fair and you first came in and competed, what were you thinking, and did you think that maybe you advanced as far as talent from October to July?
I really didn't think that it would get that far for me, because I haven't really been singing in front of people for that long. The first time I ever uttered a note was my junior year in high school at a talent show. And I think it was my senior year, actually, because I remember just being like, get me out of here, thank God I'm graduating. I got third place in that, and I was like, okay, maybe I'm kind of good. And so I kept going and going and competing for all these other shows, and third place was like my thing. I was like, all right, third place is cool. I like.
You're like,
this.
that's the place that I'll always
I'm
get.
the underdog. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, it's a place though. So when I got first place at the King's Fair, I was like, okay, this feels a lot better than third.
So then you go from that, right? You win the competition, and then you have someone like Andrea Fimbres, who's the executive producer of the Next Big Thing talent
She's
show,
amazing.
a multi-platinum singer from the popular group Danity Kane, a group that was founded by Sean P. Diddy Combs, and you have a girl like that who's, like I said, done it all. Traveled the world, gone through auditions, done everything in regards to the music industry that you could possibly do. Headline Madison Square Garden, headline Staples Center in LA. And she comes to you and she tells you, wow, like you are an amazing talent.
Yeah, well,
when you
for
hear
her to
that,
tell me that, I was just like, are you serious? I mean, I was like the biggest Danity Kane fan. Like,
wow.
I swear, I had the albums. I was like, what was the song? Showstoppers. Oh my gosh, I was in the car. We in the car. We ride slow.
I bet you she would love if you did a Danity Kane cover.
Oh my god, that would be awesome. No, yeah, when she told me that, when I did, I think it was a Frank Ocean cover, and
Yes.
she told me it was good, I was just like, are you serious? Like, is this some kind of sick joke?
So now let's look at the trend here. So then you win the competition, you get the praise from Andrea, and then you go to Hollywood to perform at the Roxy for Ryan Beatty's concert that J-Live Entertainment produced out at the Roxy in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And then what happens there?
Oh my goodness. When I showed up for the sound check and stuff, I was just watching Ryan's sound check. I was cool, and then the doors open, and I'm just like, are you serious? It was flooded with girls and people and label reps, and I was just like, okay, this is it. This is awesome. I'm doing it. And when I opened for Ryan, those girls will scream at anything. I was like, hey, I'm Sydney, and they're just like, ah! So it was pretty cool. They actually, after that, I got a lot of followers on Twitter, so I'm pretty much a big deal, you guys.
Hey, I like it. So, I mean, you go there, you get followers on Twitter, you get all these fans that are now admiring you. But if you want to kind of experience what Sydney's talking about, we actually have video of the actual concert at the Roxy. You can check out J-Live's official YouTube page and just type in J-Live King on the search engine. You'll find J-Live Entertainment TV on YouTube, and you can actually click on Ryan Beatty live at the Roxy video and see Sydney and see all the great fans that enjoyed that program as well. So
That's
Sydney,
fun.
it was very fun, and I thought you did a great performance that night. But now let's kind of turn the page here and talk about your auditioning process that's been going on outside of the Next Big Thing talent show, outside of J-Live Entertainment and our little universe that we have. But let's talk about, because I know you've auditioned for the X Factor. I know you've auditioned for several shows.
I've
and
done The Voice,
tell us a little bit about the
twice.
experience of those auditions.
Those ones are a little bit crazier. A lot more people waking up a lot earlier, which is so much fun.
And more competition, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. People are so good. Especially, I think the craziest one for me was Idol. Just hearing all the good voices, and people are just walking up and down the hall singing their thing, singing what they're going to do.
Got it.
And I'm just sitting there like, wow, these people are amazing. I did the voice twice. The first time they said no, the second time I got a call back. So I made some progress, and then they cut me before the taping. But I did Idol after that, and it was a no for the very first audition before any of the judges or anything like that.
Okay, now I just want to understand this process. So, what makes them say no? I mean, do you perform when you walk in,
Yeah,
and then is there like a panel of judges, and then they just say no in the middle of your performance, or
there's
what?
2 dudes. There's like 10 tents, and
Okay.
2 dudes at each tent, and you walk up and you sing your thing for like not even 15 seconds, and then they just put their hand up and say okay, and you step back with like the 5 people that you're auditioning with as well, so they all come up and audition for like 10 seconds.
Oh no! Okay.
So you're not individual.
Let's take this back. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you're not in the room by yourself.
No.
You have other talented contestants standing next to you
Yeah.
in a line.
And then there's other people right next to you singing as well, so you're
Oh,
trying to sing
my
over them.
goodness.
And then they're like, okay, well, it's a no for all of you, and it's like 5 or 6 of us that just walk away. Then another 5 or 6 come up.
Are
it was a
you
no for all of
serious?
us, and I was just like, okay. And it was like 5 o'clock p.m. by then, and
And
I
you know
was there
what?
since
And
3 a.m.
here's my thing, though, with that whole process. And really quick, we're going to take a messenger here. What is the age limit for the auditions? There is no age limit on the auditions for the Next Big Thing talent show. So all ages and all talents are welcome. So you can check out our official website on that, jliveent.com, to participate in the Next Big Thing talent show. And once again, August 30th, we'll be back at the Tulare County Fairgrounds for the Tulare Fair edition of the Next Big Thing talent show. But Sydney, really quick. So
Yeah.
what I think that happens in those audition processes is not so much of your talent, but I think it's, I mean, you got to think about who the judge is, what they've seen throughout the day, what they're looking for.
It really, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're
And
in
then-
a certain mood, and by the
They're-
time I got to audition, it was like end of the day. They were just like, I've had it. No. The one girl I did see go through had like a crochet, like knit dress with nothing on under.
There you
and
go.
she sang like a lunatic, and they were like, yes, that's very good, go through. And everybody knew that they were like ridiculing her, and I was just
Well,
like,
because here's the thing, they're looking for the entertainment value, which is going to be their highest ratings,
Yeah.
which is the first few weeks of American Idol. And what are the highest ratings? When the contestants are going through the audition process, and you see the horrible contestants,
I should have
or
just
you see, you know
been
what I mean?
terrible and just, and they would have been like,
Yeah, you're terrible, and then you show up, and then you give them the real stuff.
yeah. When I get
No,
to like,
you know what? That hasn't happened yet on American Idol. That would be pretty cool.
I know. And they're like, wait, you're supposed to suck.
But what's great about you, Sydney, is that you've taken this whole experience, not only just what you've done with us, but the experience of the auditions, and you've still been strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that will go, and their dreams are crushed. You know what I mean? Even through our competition, I tell a lot of our contestants, I say, hey, you got to keep doing it. You got to keep going. If you really believe that this is what you're supposed to be doing.
I don't have a backup plan, so I kind of have no choice. This is it. Like, this
So
is
you're not
what
in school? You don't have a job?
I have a job,
Okay.
but it's to pay for moving to LA. And
Okay.
every contest I win and every gig that I do, I play at like retirement homes for like $100, and I just save that, put it in savings, and I'm halfway there, so I'm still probably going to be here for another like 6 months to a year. But once that's
But you know what you want, and that's the main thing. If you have a goal right now, and you're telling yourself this is where you want to be, that's the first step. So I definitely admire you for that. And I think that, I mean, LA is where you need to be, obviously. I mean, that's the epicenter for, you know, entertainment, Hollywood, obviously.
I'm bound to get
and,
something.
I think that, no, and I believe in you. So, I mean, I
Thank you.
think that you have a lot of potential. And thank you for joining us here on JLive Entertainment Radio. Sydney Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, can you give them your Twitter, give them your all the stuff where they can find you.
Twitter.com/SYDNIEB00. Also, I play at a restaurant every Friday and Saturday nights at Bobby Salazar's on Champlain and Perrin from 6-ish to whenever people
And that's in
decide to
Fresno,
leave.
California?
Fresno, California. Champlain and Perrin, Bobby Salazar's. Come check me out.
Sydney Brazil, ladies and gentlemen, and you can also check out your YouTube videos,
Yeah,
right?
youtube.com/Sydney Brazil Music, SYDNIE. BRAZILE. My parents thought it would be funny to name me 2 names of countries or places.
So Sydney, Australia, and Brazil.
Yeah, they thought that would be fun. And my middle name's Olivia, so if they would have made Bolivia, I would have been like, you guys, seriously stop. But they didn't, so I'm good. Anyways.
Sydney, thank you so much for joining us, and actually with me right now on the air. I don't know if we're going to be taking a quick commercial break right here in just a minute. We're going to keep going. So Sydney, like I said, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate you being here, and you can catch Sydney at the Tulare Fair as well, right? For the Next Big Thing Talent Show.
I will be there for
so
sure.
she will be defending her title, and also hopefully the Big Fresno Fair in October.
That's the one I'm going for. Number one.
So,
number one spot.
so Sydney got third place last time at the Big Fresno Fair. Hopefully we can see her get first place in October for the Next Big Thing Talent Show's Big Fresno Fair. But thank you very much, Sydney, for joining us. And I want to thank, right now on the line is Ryan from the very, very popular group Poor Man's Poison. Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, good, buddy. How's it going?
Good, good, man. Hey, a lot of things have been going on with Poor Man's Poison. I've been reading all the articles. I've been following all you guys' Facebook statuses, and I just have been admired by the things that you guys are doing. You guys recently came off of selling out the Fox Theater out in Hanford.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Hanford, California, and now you actually recorded an album at the Fox Theater, right?
Yeah, we did. We recorded the performance. We were going to work on a DVD as well, but that didn't work out, so we just went with the audio.
So you have the audio, and that's available where?
That's on iTunes, Amazon right now. It's ready to go. We have it in a couple local shops here in Hanford. You can probably find it at Lush. But yeah, that's ready to go. That's our live album at the Fox Theater. It came out really well. I'm impressed.
Awesome, man.
I couldn't believe it.
So definitely, if you guys want the live album from Poor Man's Poison, make sure you check that out. And like I said, go on iTunes, Amazon, and if you're locally from Hanford, California, you can also check out a few shops that CD is available as well. But Ryan, let's talk about some things outside of California that you guys are doing. Heard you were in this big competition in Texas.
It's a Texaco Country Showdown, actually. It's been going for 31 years. This is the 31st year, and we got signed up by a radio station in Santa Clarita, and we won the local event, and then we went on to the state finals, and we actually won the state finals as well a couple weeks ago. And so now it's off to Oregon on November 10th for the Western Regionals. So I think there's like maybe 8 or 9 states that we're going to be competing against.
Wow.
And, that's a big deal. I mean, I didn't think we'd win. You know, none of us thought we'd win, because there's some really good performers out there, not very far from the state finals. But yeah, we took it, and we're going to the regionals. If we take that, then it's off to Nashville. They'll pay for us to go to Nashville for the actual nationals, the finals. So.
That is awesome, man. Like I said, I mean, you guys are doing some really, really enormous things. And, like I said, outside of California and doing this thing with this tour. And I heard you just played in Guantanamo Bay?
Guantanamo Bay, yeah. Over Father's Day weekend, we went over there and got to play 3 concerts for the troops over there. And that was a blessing in itself, I'll tell you that right now. Those guys are thanking us for a little taste of home, and we're like, thank you for what you do. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be here right now talking on the radio if it weren't for groups that represent us. You know
That's very true, man. Very true. And to be that humble and to still have that appreciation is great as well. And I hope that that stays with you guys as you kind of get bigger and as you do bigger things with your guys' career. Now, for anybody that doesn't know Poor Man's Poison, what could we say your type of music is, and what type of performance you guys put on?
Well, it's like I'd say it's Americana, dude. Honestly, people call us bluegrass, but we're not. We play on bluegrass instruments, but it's we all come from rock and metal, so we just kind of fused those instruments with what we grew up on, and we kind of just play folk rock, Americana, I guess.
And Ryan, really quick, because like I said, you kind of mentioned about you guys were kind of some are from rock and metal, and you guys were kind of in different bands. How did Poor Man's Poison kind of just come together and say, hey guys, let's kind of put everything that we've done with other bands and everything, all the other type of talent that we've produced, and come together and form Poor Man's Poison? How did that happen?
Well, it actually came from like a devastating breakup of one of our other bands. I mean, I know you remember Dumb for Good. We did a lot of shows around town, but our drummer had to quit. He got tinnitus, and that's Dustin, who plays the bass for Poor Man's Poison. He had to quit, and so the whole band just kind of broke up, and I found myself sitting on the porch just back on my acoustic, you know what I mean? And I asked Mike to come play with me a couple songs. Asked Dustin if he wouldn't mind recording it, and then, play a show. So we were just going to do one show over here at Lush, and Tommy borrowed a mandolin, Dustin borrowed a bass, and we did one show, and it went great, and we're like, screw it, let's just make this band. And next thing you know, 3 years later, we're going to Cuba.
Wow. Hey,
Yeah,
Ryan.
I mean, it's
I got to tell you, man, I wish you the best of success. I'll be watching Poor Man's Poison. Hopefully, J Live and Poor Man's Poison can come together and really produce a big show, possibly before the end of the year or next year. Because, like I said, I definitely am a big. I have a lot of admiration for Poor Man's Poison. Hope you guys do some big things. Ryan, really quick, give the info about Poor Man's Poison, website, Facebook, all that stuff before we go.
We got the Facebook. We got poormanspoison.com. You can email us for booking at poormanspoisongmail.com. iTunes, Amazon, Rhapsody. Like we're on most sites, so it shouldn't be hard to find us if you just Google us or Bing us. Also, we're going to be at the Hanford Farmers Market on September 27th. We're trying to make that a big one.
Oh wow! Okay, September 27th. September 27th in Hanford, California. They have a big downtown street market. Poor Man's Poison in the house, September 27th. Once again, Ryan, thank you so much for joining us, man. I know you're busy, so thank you for joining us on J Live Entertainment. Poor Man's Poison. If you haven't heard of them, you definitely got to look them up. And if you have heard of them, be following because they're going to have some great tour dates coming up. So once again, Poor Man's Poison. Ryan, thank you so much for calling in, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with DJ Brian Anthony's Sports Update on J Live Entertainment Radio's The Experience in just a bit.
Hi, I'm Greg Rude, a local real estate agent working with London Properties. You might be thinking about buying or selling a property right now, or maybe you just have a question about real estate. I'd love to help you with that. Give me a call at 352-7716 and I can answer any questions that you might have. Maybe you've got a property that's upside down. Maybe you're interested in buying a bank foreclosure and have a question about that. Or maybe you just like someone to show you some houses that you're interested in or have a question about a particular property. Once again, give me a call. My name's Greg, 352-7716, and I'd love to help you. Thanks.
This just in. Tower District houses are selling for as little as $300 per month. If you have a job and decent credit, you can own your own home. If you can come up with a down payment, you can own a home a lot cheaper than you can rent, and your payment will never go up. Also, you could deduct most of your house payment from your income taxes. If you'd like to lock in your monthly house payment at $300 to $500 per month for the next 30 years, call Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758. Mike Briggs Properties, 486-6758.
Hi, I'm Jason Govelli, and I'd like you to take just a minute and ask yourself a couple of questions. Are your needs being met in the real estate business? Are you getting all the latest technology that you need to be productive in this market? Are you getting the benefits that you deserve? Do you have enough leads? Are you truly making enough money for all that hard work and time you've been putting in? If not, you might want to give me a call and we can set up a confidential interview. At Connect Realty, we're one of the fastest growing companies around. There's tons of tools and benefits for agents, like freerealtor.com showcase listings, free unlimited virtual tours, free websites with nationwide IDX. We have free virtual back office, free compliance coordinator so that you can be paid right away. There's health insurance, life insurance, and the best part is the commissions start from 80% and go to 95%. And we have one of the best retirement plans in the whole industry. Now, I cannot possibly go over everything in this short minute. Go to the website, careers@connectrealty.com, or feel free to call us at the toll-free number, or you can even call my personal line, 559-307-0550. I look forward to talking to you. Thanks.
This segment is brought to you by Corrine Hatfield of Platinum Mortgage. If you are thinking of purchasing a new home or refinancing an existing home, call Corrine Hatfield at 917-7111.
CentralValleyTalk.com.
Back on J Live Entertainment Radio's The Experience Live. I am your host, Joey Perez. Thank you so much for joining us here on this very first edition at CentralValleyTalkRadio.com. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, want to thank everybody for tuning in. And you can join us here every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific. And we're also going to be showing replays of the program as well throughout the week. So make sure you join us here live. Like I said, if you're at work or if you're just on your laptop or wherever you are online, at Starbucks, Wi-Fi, wherever. But you can also find out more information about JLive Entertainment Radio at jliveent.com, Facebook/JLiveent, and also Twitter at JLiveent. But right now, sitting right next to me for the third week in a row,
oh yes,
DJ Brian Anthony,
what's
Sports
up, Joey?
Update. Tell us what's going on in sports, man.
There's a lot of things going on in sports, and we're going to start off in the major leagues, baseball. And everybody's talking about the Dodgers, Giants, rivalry going on right now. Game 1 was yesterday. Giants winning.
Giants won?
Giants won. So
we're supposed to go to that game.
Yeah, were you?
Obviously, we got Giants fans.
Yeah, I
here
know.
now.
I'm a Dodger fan. Me too. We're both Dodger fans here. Well, anyways, Giants win 2-1. Kershaw gets the loss.
Now, really quick, who's in first place?
Now, Giants are in first place, believe it or not. But listen, it's still early. We still got time. There's still maybe 30 games in the season still left. 39 games. Thank you. 39 games left in the season. Dodgers, Giants they play the last weekend of the Major League Baseball, so it might come down to that certain series.
All right.
Who wins the division? Who goes to the playoffs? Dodgers made a bunch of trades. If they don't go to the playoffs and Giants end up going with that steroid thing that happened with Melky Cabrera, I that'd be amazing. Because Giants, I don't think have enough power right now since Melky went out. I don't think Giants have enough power to get to to win a division over the Dodgers. But hey, it's Major League Baseball. Anything can happen.
All right. What else is going on?
Also, just for let you know, on the Dodgers and Giants, the series continues tonight, 7 o'clock. Tim Lincecum on the mound for the Giants. Joe Blanton on the Dodgers. So we'll see if the Dodgers can prevail in this second game.
All right. What about NFL preseason?
NFL yesterday, Monday Night Football. Eagles beat the Patriots 27-17. Michael Vick injured. First, I think it was his sixth play of the game that Michael Vick was in there injured his rib.
Wait a minute. So Michael Vick comes back.
He comes back
and he gets injured again.
Can you believe that? And this is the second week in the preseason.
Wow.
He went out the first week of the preseason. He went out with the injury. Comes back this week, goes out with the injury again, man. So, I'm rooting for Michael Vick. I mean, all that he's been through. I know with the prison, the dog controversy, that whole deal. I am rooting for Michael Vick to come back, but you know what, man? He's getting to that age and getting to that point where I think that I don't know if he's going to be able to do it this year. And just let you know, the Eagles' backup quarterback is a rookie. So, Eagles are going to be in a lot of trouble. If Michael Vick don't come back, I can't say Eagles are the favorite to win the NFL.
Well, I can tell you, what up with Vic? Enough already.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
Our instant message on CentralValleyTalk.com.
Let me tell you, we'll see if he comes back. If he comes back, he comes back. If not,
All right. What else do we got?
Big news in the golf world. Augusta, where they play the Masters at, they actually had this whole thing since they've been around where they never let women become members of the golf course, or of Augusta. They call it Augusta National. Okay. Yesterday was a groundbreaking deal. They finally let women participate on the golf course. So women are now able to have their membership at Augusta National, which is if you're into golf, you know Augusta, and you know what's going on in there. Condoleezza Rice, who's a former Secretary of the State for George Bush, she was one of the first members. Also, South Carolina financier Darla Moore was also. So the two ladies are now members of Augusta. Now, I
thank you for that question on the instant messenger.
Yes, exactly. I know you're not an avid golfer, or you probably don't follow golf too much, but what do you think about women and coming into Augusta?
Well, I got to tell you right now, I mean, just with the Olympics that just recently happened, where the women had the most medals at the Olympics, I got to tell you that women should be involved in any type of sport, any type of equal business with men. I mean, women are, they're powerful right now.
Yeah, definitely. And, the women really carried us in the Olympics, so I mean, I totally agree. I know there's some people out there, like, for instance, Tiger Woods came out against letting women into Augusta. So we'll see. I mean, hopefully maybe we'll see a LPGA tour there or something. Yeah.
So I got to ask you, one of the things, I got an instant message on CentralValleyTalk.com says, you better say that, LOL.
I see you, Janet. I see you.
Thank you very much, Janet. But so let's talk about one of the main things that I love to hear from you, and that is that DJ Brian Anthony has his winners and losers in sports.
Oh, yes.
I want to know who's the winner. I want to know who's the loser.
The most exciting time of the sports segment is the winners and losers.
All right.
All right.
And shout out to our CentralValleyTalk.com messenger. JLive TV is back.
Yes, it is.
LOL.
And I love it. All right. So, our winners and losers of this week, I'm staying local, ladies and gentlemen. And by me staying local, I'm starting with our winner. And that goes to something that's in-house here with JLive. It's 559 Fights. And let me tell you why they're the winner this week. Groundbreaking. Kids, ladies and gentlemen, kids, for the first time were able to participate in MMA there at 559 Fights this past weekend.
Yes.
We had Jace Luchow, who's only 11 years old, going to the cage, the octagon, against Austin Terry, who's 12 years old. Jace ended up coming out with a third round KO. I think Austin got a bloody nose there. But, I just want to say 559 Fights is the winner for that groundbreaking moment where the kids were able to participate. I know there was some controversy where people were talking, don't let kids in there. But you know what? I see kids in boxing every single day. Kids participate in boxing and all that good stuff. So
but not even just boxing. I mean, you have kids in football. You have kids in wrestling.
Yes.
I mean, there are a lot of very physical sports that kids are involved in. But here's the thing. Let's get away from the physicality of it. Let's get away from what people possibly could think that kids are involved or parents putting them in as pit bulls or whatever they called it on this blog post that was on a local newspaper. Here's my thing. If a kid is involved in sports or is disciplined or is determined or is motivated to do something with their lives at the age of 11, why would you put a negative pinpoint on that?
Exactly.
Why would you not be positive about it?
Exactly.
Why would you not continue pushing this kid to continue on with their goals early on in life? I was 16 when I started my business, and I would tell anybody else or any other parent that if you have a kid right now that is 11 years old or 12 years old and they know what they want to do, you help them and you assist them with that. And for the people that are out there right now that are being negative about the situation, shame on you. Shame on you for not allowing these kids or these parents to continue pursuing their goals and dreams.
And segue into that, kids. My loser, I'm sticking with 559 Fights. I'm not saying 559 Fights loser. I'm saying it has to do with the 559 Fights, and my loser this week is the Hanford Sentinel, who did not cover 559 Fights, and I think they only covered it one time.
The Hanford Sentinel newspaper in Hanford,
California has not covered MMA. There's a big controversy going on. They need to cover it. They better do it next time. If not, I'm coming after them.
So the winner in the sports update is Jace Luchow from Hanford, California, who recently was the winner at 559 Fights, our original production.
And Austin Terry.
At JLive Entertainment. And Austin Terry, his opponent. And our loser is the Hanford Sentinel newspaper publication
for not covering
in Hanford, California, for not covering it. And you heard it here first. But
I'm coming after you guys if you're not doing the next one.
Sorry to go on that rant. But ladies and gentlemen, as promised, we have a very special live performance from the Next Big Thing Talent Show champion. Once again, the Next Big Thing Talent Show, an original production of JLive Entertainment. You can find out more information about it at jliveent.com and also Facebook/JLiveENT or Twitter at JLiveENT. Our next audition for the Next Big Thing Talent Show will be August the 30th at the Tulare County Fairgrounds in Tulare, California. So all talent and all ages are welcome to participate, but this young lady right here will be in the competition, and we want to welcome her here on JLive Entertainment Radio's The Experience Live with Joey Perez. Ladies and gentlemen, Sydney, Brazil, performing an original. Let's hear it, Sydney.
Hey! Alright, this one's called Tell Me. I wrote it. It's a depressing love song that no longer applies to my life, so hope you like it. Tomorrow I'll come looking for you, and if I can't find you, baby, what am I supposed didn't give you any space. You said we were flawless, boy, you lied right to my face. 'Cause if we're so perfect and all this is worth it, then why am I still alone? If this is a game, then I'm no longer playing. It's time to come home. 'Cause I'm still crying over you. Swear that I'm dying, my blood's turning blue. If you found someone, if you found someone new, then tell me now. I do not deserve this. I will start anew. My love isn't worthless. The worthless one is
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Sydney Brazil out here in the studio. Sydney, I got to tell you, that's an original song. You wrote that, right?
Yeah, I
That-
read an instant message that
Yeah,
made me
the
laugh.
instant messenger said, "Awesome! Is she single?"
I was like, I can't.
From Stephanie.
Oh,
So, are
hey,
you
hey,
single?
Hey, Steph.
Big question.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
No,
She's taken.
I'm very
folks. She's
happily
taken. I actually
taken.
know her boyfriend. I met him. So
Yeah, he's
she's
a good
taken.
guy.
But no, Sydney Brazil. That was a great original rendition of that "Tell Me" song.
Thank
and
you.
Once again, Sydney will be performing out at the Tulare Fair and Big Fresno Fair for the Next Big Thing talent show. You could be a part of it as well. Auditions are August 30th at the Tulare County Fairgrounds. Want to thank Crunchy. Thank you very much. You can check him out. Crunchy559, one of our contestants in our co-host competition. You could still sign up to be a co-host here at JLive Entertainment Radio. jliveking@gmail.com. Want to thank Ryan from Poor Man's Poison for calling, and you can check them out online as well. And also want to thank DJ Brian Anthony with his sports update. He'll be back next week. Ladies and gentlemen, our third edition of JLive Entertainment Radio comes to an end. It's our very first one here, though, at CentralValleyTalk.com. We're going to be here every Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific. Join us here at CentralValleyTalk.com. My name is Joey Perez. Thank you for joining us on The Experience right here at JLive Entertainment Radio.
America's Sub Shop has arrived in the Tower District. Blimpies is the best place to get